Today is Friday the 11th of January 2013 at 12:50 in the afternoon, and I just need to take some time and vent a little and just get some of my emotions out. I'm feeling super overwhelmed right now, and I'm feeling overwhelmed about Kinley, our unborn baby, our little girl, who is due, I think, the end of March, but the doctors are saying like the 1st of April to the 5th. So I had a doctor's appointment yesterday, my 28-week appointment. On Monday, I will be 29 weeks. And it went pretty well. Before I go into the doctor's appointment, I'll explain the back history behind that. About 2 weeks ago, I got a stomach bug, pretty bad one, that our family had picked up over the holidays. And upon my arrival home, I was so sick, I was vomiting like 3 and 4 times within a couple hours. I couldn't even keep ice chips down. And I had no idea what was going on, but we decided to go to the hospital when I started having false labor contractions every 1 to 2 minutes. They got me there, got me hydrated, the contractions stopped, and they told me that I had a bladder infection. So they put me on antibiotics. Well, I was foolish and did not read the directions properly. And instead of taking the medication twice, 7 days a week, I took it 14 days a week. And so I basically was only supposed to take 2 pills twice a day for 7 days. I took it for 14 days. And I was feeling really bad. I didn't know why until I brought it up with my husband. And I guess he remembered looking at the directions and he said, well, you weren't supposed to do that. That's probably why you feel bad, dizzy and no energy and just really awful. So I told my doctor that at my 28-week appointment yesterday, and they had me take 2 urine samples because my urine was incredibly discolored, and they believed it to be dehydration, which I didn't understand because yesterday I had 3.5 32-ounce bottles of water. So my guess is that it's probably the medication that was doing that, but we'll see. I have another appointment next week. They want to do a follow-up and just see if everything's okay. If it's still showing no change, they're going to go ahead and do a kidney analysis just to make sure the medicine didn't do anything. But that was what happened yesterday, and I don't know, I just... The closer I get to having Kinley, the more overwhelmed I get, and the more nervous and antsy I get. And I think it's because I don't feel like we're ready. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what my problem is, but I'm feeling really, really overwhelmed right now. With Logan, I think it's because we don't have anything. I don't know. I really don't know what my problem is. This is just a stab in the dark. But we're living in an apartment and our lease isn't up until August. And we have a cradle for her, a place for her to sleep, but we don't have any of the hardware. It got lost in the move. And I contacted the company to replace the hardware, and they said they needed specific model numbers, and they gave me 5,000 other reasons why they couldn't do it. So, can't put the cradle together, and even if we did get it together, it won't fit in between the bed and the dresser. So, I gotta figure out her sleeping arrangements, and in the move to Lakewood, we had to sell a lot of our kids' stuff. So my son's crib had to go. We sold a bunch of other baby stuff, clothes, boppy, just tons of baby stuff. The bedding went away because, hi buddy, because we were moving and we just didn't have room and we couldn't afford to rent a storage unit. And we also ran into two gals, and my heart just went out for them at the time because they were new mothers and they had nothing. So my heart said, well, I have something, you have nothing. I'm going to help you. And I gave it all away. So, we have no crib. We have no, at the moment, we have no sleeping arrangements for her. She's got no clothes. I wanted to do cloth diapers with her, and the more and more I think about that, I just get really overwhelmed. I'm not going to mention names, but there are quite a bit of people that I've talked to that don't think I should do cloth diapers, because they took a look at the registry and they told me that they were just way too expensive. And I know they're expensive. That's why I'm putting them on the registry. Someone else can pay for them. But there are other places you can get cloth diapers, like Craigslist and eBay and Amazon and stuff, where they're quite a bit cheaper. But every time I turn around, I'm talking to somebody that tells me, well, this brand isn't good for newborns, and this brand is. There are like 50 brands of cloth diapers out there, and there's really no telling which one's going to fit her the best. I don't want to put 6 brands of cloth diapers on the registry and have 5,000 cloth diapers sitting around the apartment just to find out that none of them fit. I mean, I don't know, I'm feeling like really overwhelmed. And the thoughts are coming in my head. Are we going to be prepared for her? Is there going to be room for her? Are we going to have everything she needs? Is she going to have a place to sleep? And I'm probably, I can hear my husband's voice in the back of my head saying, don't freak out. It's going to be fine. But I just can't, shake the feeling of just being really, really overwhelmed the closer the time comes to her being born. And I know some people would say, well, you still got a ways. You got 3 months. It doesn't feel like I've got 3 months. It feels like her birth is on my neck, breathing down my neck. So, and I don't know. I don't know if it's where we are that's making me feel this way. I don't know if it's not having anything for her that's making me feel this way. I don't know if it's just normal pregnancy anxiety. I don't remember feeling this way with our firstborn, but everything was also kind of ready for him. His whole room was set up. We had diapers and everything, and he had tons of clothes, and just things were just ready. The nursery was ready, and just none of that is here, and we keep talking about trying to move, and which is great. It's a great idea, but you can't really do that unless you have a down payment for a place, which is something we need to save for. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm just feeling really overwhelmed right now, and the next appointment I have is my 32-week appointment after next week. Next week's not a regular follow-up visit. It's just a checkup to make sure everything's okay. But my routine visit is at 32 weeks. And after that, it's going to be the 32-week one comes up, and then I'm going to have appointments every 2 weeks. I'm just feeling really overwhelmed and like under pressure. So I don't know. Like I've read a bunch of stuff online that said that a bunch of other mothers in my position have felt the same way. And mothers that aren't in my position feel the same way. It's just normal anxiety as the time comes for the baby to come. But I don't know. I'm just like feeling freaked out. I don't know what my problem is, but that's just kind of what's going through my head right now. And like I'm not very good at. I can multitask if I need to, but sometimes I'm not very good at it, and so I keep wondering, all right, am I gonna do a good job, multitasking with Logan and with Kinley and with the household and everything else. And the thought also came into my mind, am I going to be able to juggle more wash by using cloth diapers? So yeah, that's just kind of what's going through my head right now. Just 1,000 things all at one time, and I kind of feel bad about my registry because there are a lot of expensive things on there that I didn't want to have to buy, but we need them. We couldn't bring the crib with us or the changer with us when we moved. We had nowhere to put it. And so we had no other choice. We had to get rid of that stuff. So, there's a crib and changer on there, and there's a rocker. I have a rocking chair, but it's totally busted, and it's the most god-awful, uncomfortable rocking chair you've ever sat in. Like, I sit in there for 10 minutes to rock my son to sleep now, and my back hurts after 10 minutes. But I tried my best to find not cheap furniture, but not expensive furniture either. I did that the first time because I'm like, oh, this is so pretty. And I put expensive furniture on there, and I realized, well, that was stupid. You don't ever buy nice furniture with infants. You wait to buy the nice stuff in your house until your kids are older. So I put like some just basic furniture on there that we needed. The furniture and the diapers are basically the biggest cost on there, and everything else is just like clothes and socks. And I have a breast pump on there because the one I had wasn't mine. It was my sister-in-law's, and I was borrowing it, so I gave that back to her. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what my problem is. I really don't. Anyway, that's kind of what's going on. I thought I'd kind of just express my feelings and let everybody know what's going on up here, which sometimes can be scary. But I think I'm going to go ahead and get off here because it's really quiet, and as any good mother knows, when your room is silent and you have a toddler, that's usually not a good thing. So I'll probably make another blog post here soon detailing more about my appointments, and I'll also be posting more photos. So thanks, guys.